What's going on, everybody? Back here in the live stream. This is Howard with the Blue Collar DM. Hope you guys are all having a great day, having a great start of your week. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk some D&D. It looks like we got a couple people here. If you guys have any questions, make sure you throw some stuff in the chat. But otherwise, I have a little bit of stuff planned here for this first half hour before we switch over to Twitch at 9:30. But if you guys have anything you want to talk about, throw it over in the chat. So, right now, I've got my Roll20 loaded up, and we'll actually go over there real quick. And we're actually going to talk today about actually putting custom items into character sheets. So first thing I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to make a new character really fast. I'm not going to do anything crazy with it. I'm really just making it to be just a regular old character sheet. I'm not going to make anything fancy with it. I'm not going to really pick a class, but I want to show you guys how you kind of put in your own custom stuff into the character sheet. So we'll come over here. I like to edit the sheets directly. We'll leave all the stats the same way. We'll come over here. We'll just pick a character class. Let's say, I'm trying to think of something. One thing I actually want to do is actually do want to go a little bit over the new Earth Arcana as well, and I think that's what we'll actually talk about as far as putting it into the character sheets. And I just want to pick one real fast that we can use. The newest one, I believe there's the Genie one and a couple other ones, so I just want to kind of, yeah, the Noble Genie, the Revived. I just want to kind of get into those, and I want to show you guys how you can kind of take some Unearthed Arcana stuff and actually throw it into your character sheets, because obviously you're not going to be able to drag and drop everything in there. We'll download it real fast. And hopefully I can actually copy and paste everything over, but we'll see what happens here. So let's make a Warlock real fast. So we'll grab this, we'll throw it over here. Cool, easy enough. And then say we have Patch of the Genie. We got some extended spells. We have an extended spell list, excuse me. But we also have this Vessel option here. And one thing that we can do to actually bring this over to our character sheet in Roll20 is we can actually come back over here. We'll ignore a lot of this stuff for now, but I just want to kind of show you guys how to put something special in. So if you guys need to add a feature, let's say, into your Roll20 character sheet, what you can actually do is you can actually hit this little plus button, and it's going to come up and actually ask you and prompt you, what is this going to be? So let's come over back here, and we'll call it Genie's Vessel, sure. And then source type, it's not a racial one, it's actually going to be a class one. And then we'll just say that this is, we'll call it Noble Genie, the Genie first level. So now we have that, and then we can actually enter in whatever text we want here. So I'm going to come down here, we're going to actually pull out here, your patron gifts you Magic Vessel. We'll try to copy all this stuff here, copy it, and then we'll try to throw it in there. And as you can see, it kind of throws it all into the text for you here. The only thing it doesn't do a great job of is the tables, unfortunately. I'm going to try and replicate this table as best I can. Genie's Vessel. Well, let's see, it says D6. Try to make it as best as I can. And so then if you roll a 1, it's an oil lamp. 2, it's an urn. 3, it's a ring with a compartment. 4, it's a stoppered bottle. 5, all of that. And 6 is going to be that. Let me know if the music's too loud, guys. I can always turn it down for you. I'm actually going to turn it down in my ears, actually, because this one song, for whatever particular reason, is always kind of loud, so compared to all the rest of them. And actually, I'm going to change the songs here real quick for you guys, just to make it a little bit more make it a little more casual in here. So it looks like this is good. I might try to make the paragraph spacing better because in here, ears are blowing up today. Because in here, it's obviously got a lot better spaced out and stuff like that. We've got some bolding, fonts, and stuff like that, which we're not going to necessarily be able to replicate here. But we're going to try our best as far as that's concerned. So we got to find bottled respite here. Looks like we have it here. As an action, you can leave that all the way it is. Looks like there was a typo in some of the Wizards of the Coast text, which is fine, happens sometimes. And then we have Genie's Wrath, and then we have the Vessel spell. So let's see if we can find Genie's Wrath. Bottle Respite. Genie's Wrath, there it is. We're gonna take that, hit enter. Once during your turns, when you do, and then let's see if we can find the Vessel's AC. It's hit points. So you can see how sometimes the spacing kind of messes it up. Going about our person. I'm still looking for the Vessel's AC, so let me see if I can find it. Ah, here it is. So it's already kind of there. And then we'll try to make these spaces fixed a little bit. Maybe the Unearthed Arcana wasn't the best example to use, but this applies for if you need to put in a character background or something like that that's not in the standard rules document or something like that, you can do this as well. Now this is all in here, and so we can actually lock this, and then it's going to have all of that text along with the Genie's Vessel, Genie first level. It's a first level character feature, and it's got all the stuff here. And then if you ever need to, let's see if I can make this bottled respite thing better. But then if you ever need to, oops, sorry about that, guys. Let's unlock it. No, I don't want to do that. Come on. Need to put an extra enter here so that way it knows not to put it next to each other. And then it looks like Genie's Vessel's table is a little bit typoed out, so we'll come back in here. Genie's Vessel table. There we go. So there is a little bit of a quick little snippet on how you can kind of make and put in your own custom character classes, whether it be any class features you need to put in that maybe are coming from, say, your Unearthed Arcana classes, or maybe you have a background that's not in the standard rules document that you want to actually include. You can do that this way, and it just makes it so that way you can just basically do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do within here. And then if you ever need to not look at it, you can actually click on it and it'll actually minimize it for you. So you don't have to look at it the entire time, which is really nice. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave something in the chat there. I'm monitoring it as we're going through. But that's just kind of a quick little snippet of what you can do there. Let's see. Now, why don't we just like fully flesh out this guy? Why not? While we're in here, might as well, just for funsies. Maybe I'll use this character for something. Maybe I'll use it as an NPC. We'll see. So I gotta pick Arcana, Deception, History, and let's go with I like Deception and Intimidation with my Warlock, so we'll just do that. And then we'll actually make this guy better. So we'll say, actually, let's leave that as a 10 for right now, because I gotta pick a character. I gotta pick a race. So let's actually, for the first time in one of these actual videos, let's pick something that I haven't done before. So maybe we'll take a tiefling. Sure. This is actually a great example. They might actually throw a lot of this in here, but this might be a good example to use to show you guys some of that stuff. So I'll take tiefling, we'll throw it in here. We'll see if it adds everything in here. Yeah, it added Hellish Resistance and Dark Vision. So as you can see, like, you can add certain things in here and it makes it really easy for you because like you can drag and drop everything in, but things that you can't drag and drop in, like this Genie's Vessel that we had to put in, it's a little bit easy. You can actually have the ability to bring it over that way. So now we have these languages here, we got that stuff, and then let's pick our, I'm going to use the standard array real fast. Looks like we get to add 2 to our intelligence and 1 to our charisma modifier with this tiefling. So we're going to do that, and we're going to use the standard array. So I'm going to say that my charisma is going to be a 14, so we're going to add that plus 2. Our intelligence is going to be the 15, I think. Actually, let's make the intelligence the 12. So then that becomes the 14, actually. So I got to pick 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. So I got to pick 14, 13, 10, and 8 still. So So 14, 13, 10, 8. Let's say our... Let's say our 14's in Constitution. 12's in Dex. And 8, sure. So we got a pretty good rounded character here. We got a high intelligence, high con, high charisma. So we're definitely going to probably try to pick things that are going to be spell heavy with this character, I think. And I didn't even really look too much into this Genie's Vessel, but it seems like it might be a good thing. You decide what the object is. So you probably don't even need this Genie's Vessel thing after a little while. Once you select it, you can probably get rid of that table. But looks like you can do stuff with your Genie's Vessel here. It's got some wrap. You know, mental gifts and stuff like that. We got an expanded spell list. So here's our extra spells we can pick from, depending on the kind of Genie we pick. So we do have to pick a Genie. Let's just say we pick Ifriti. So we'll get Burning Hand, Scorching Ray, Fireball, Fire Shield, Flame Strike on our spells. And it looks like you can choose any spells that are added to the spell list for you on your patron's copy. Okay, so we'll be able to pick Burning Hands at first level if we really want to, which is kind of nice. And then let's come back. Oh, that's the wrong one. We actually do need to pick a background, so let's pick a background that's not available here in the SRD. See if we can find an Earth Arcana background. UA backgrounds. This is a good example. Character backgrounds for D&D. I mean, they have them in here, but that's, yeah. I mean, you can know that what these things are. You know you're going to get a proficiency in these things. So I guess we can kind of play with this, even though it's not exactly what I would want. We have Deception and Intimidation right now, so maybe we want something with Persuasion. Failed Merchant? Nah, maybe. We also have a high intelligence score. We have a pretty high intelligence, so we can do something with that too. Looks like my music stopped, so we'll try to keep that going. I'm actually just gonna pick one, and I'm just gonna get rid of the Manly Men and the... I am using Syrinscape for all my noises and my songs and stuff like that, so if you guys are interested, Syrinscape's a great piece of software. I highly recommend it to have it. And we're going to bring up this musician's sound a little bit more. Well, let's see if we can find Gambler. And again, let me know if the songs are ever too loud for you guys. I can check it every once in a while, but I can't be doing it all the time, especially where I have sliders within the application and then everything else I'm streaming on, so it makes it a little bit tricky. Ooh, Investigation Persuasion, House Agent, House Cannith from Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron. That might be something we could play with. Although I like Insight Persuasion. Yeah, it's coming from the Player's Handbook. I do have the Player's Handbook, but we'll just say... For now, we'll just say Guild Artisan, and we'll take that Insight Persuasion. We'll just take that Insight Persuasion proficiency, just so that way we can have it. And Persuasion, we'll say we're a Guild Merchant. But I'll probably change it anyway, just because I don't know if that's going to be good for... I mean, like I said, it's going to be an NPC, so we'll see how I feel about this one. And then pick some spells. Sure. Get this done real quick. Like I said, if you guys have questions, leave them in the chat. I'm really happy. Today we actually hit 150 subscribers for the channel, which is huge. We actually released a video today on Inkarnate map making stuff. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. I'll probably, after this goes and gets posted on YouTube. I'll probably put a link down in the description just so you guys can have it. It might already actually be down there for Inkarnate, but I'll even put a link to the video down there as well. Let me see if I can find our character classes. Warlock. Always got to remind myself what I can have here. Light crossbow, I need a simple weapon. Well, I need an arcane focus too, so I'll just put in arcane focus for now. And let's find the light crossbow. And we'll find bolts. Crossbow bolts. We have 20 of them. And what else did I say? If you ever need to get a thing out of your way, you can just double click on it. Scholar's pack, Dungeoneer's pack. We'll just take the Dungeoneer's pack. Drag and drop. I'm not worried about the items I get from my background on this character, because like I said, it's going to be a little bit different anyway. Leather armor, simple weapon, and 2 daggers. So that should be pretty easy. Leather. Dagger. Nope, I don't want dagger proficiency. Always got to be careful about that. And then we can pick any simple weapon. I don't know. I mean, I believe we have proficiency in all simple weapons. So maybe I'll just look up simple weapons just to get me give me the list, because sometimes I forget all of them. Oh, that's helpful. Darn it. I want to say a short bow is a simple weapon. Yep, it is. Okay, good. So we'll just take the short bow and throw it over here. I just want dex-based stuff. And I'll probably use... I'll probably end up using the light crossbow more often than anything else, but at least you got some flexibility. I'll probably just sell the short bow at some point. Or I'll just... Like I said, this is going to be an NPC. I can make whatever I want, but I'm just kind of building it out right now just to have it the way it is. We get 2 cantrips known from the Warlock spell list, so let's pull up... Does this have the Warlock spell list on here? Warlock spells. Wow. Thanks. Spells. Spell list. Here we go, this is what I want. Range them by... No. Cool. No, that's not what I want either. Oh, shucks. That's cool. Sometimes, I wish... I really wish that the interface of Roll20 had this kind of stuff, so you don't have to kind of keep going around to 600 different places to find everything you need. Because it just makes it really frustrating to have to kind of find everything that you need sometimes. Alright, so we got all of our cantrips here. So I'm thinking... Got Chill Touch, which is interesting. Oh, I don't need you to go to the spell itself, but okay. We got a D8 necrotic damage, can't regain hit points. That's an interesting one. I like that one. I mean, obviously we have Eldritch Blast, which is also a good one. Green Flame Blade, Magic Hand, Mage Hand, I mean. Mind Sliver from the UA. D6 damage, must make an intelligence save. And you roll another d4 and just subtract the number rolled from the save on the next turn. Not bad. Interesting. Pull the Dead, True Strike, never taken that ever in my life. Minor Illusion. Yeah, I think I know what I want. I think we're going to take Eldritch Blast. And... Oop, got so many things stacked up here. Eldritch... I probably spelled that wrong. Eldritch. Eldritch Blast. Ah, hell. And Minor Illusion is a fun one to take, so I'm going to take that. And then we gotta pick some first levels. I didn't look to see how many we can pick from, but we'll figure that out pretty fast here. Bring up Warlock again. Oh, there's your spell list. Thanks, guys. Warlock spells by level. That's what I wanted. There we go. Oh, okay. Not gonna be able to bias out the cantrips versus the, And then I want Warlock as well, because I want to check, we know 2 spells, we have 1 spell slot. Okay. So we gotta pick 2 spells here. So something that's gonna be helpful for us with our Warlock, let's see. Fairy Fire could be fun, Find Familiar could be fun. Grease is always a great one. We already have Hellish Rebuke, I think, technically, by being... just from being us as a tiefling. You have resistance to fire. I think you actually just get it. I have to double check. I don't know if it popped it in here. Like I said, we're going to be on here for a little bit while longer, but we are going to go over to the... We know Thaumaturgy, and when we reach 3rd level, we can cast Hellish Rebuke. Okay. We know Thaumaturgy as well. So what I was going to say is that we're actually going to be going over to Twitch here in about 5 to 10 minutes here, so just keep that in mind. If you want to go over and hang out with us over there, make sure you check out the description. That link should be down there. If you can't find it, it's Blue Collar DM on Twitch, so no surprises there. Throw Thaumaturgy over here. And then, what did I say I wanted for my level 1s? Hideous Laughter is always fun. Inflict Wounds is a good one that fits the flavor of what I'm making here. Mage Armor probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Although I would stink to have to just use Mage Armor every single time for your thing. Unseen Servant, Magic Missile is always fun. I might take Inflict Wounds, guys. We're already going to get Hellish Rebuke eventually. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Inflict Wounds. And I think I'm going to take Grease. I think those are what we're going to take. I'm a very big fan of Grease just because of the fact that it can be, you have to kind of play with it and talk to your DM a little bit about this, but you can actually pair it with a lot of flame spells to actually cause a lot of extra damage, or at least that's what I like to do. I like to throw down Grease, and then when things are slipping around, I throw some fire down there, catch the Grease on fire. It's great. And then what did I say? Inflict Wounds and Grease. Duh. That's what I was just talking about. Great content, Mr. Howard, Mr. Blue Collar DM. Okay, so we got pretty much a pretty quick and down and dirty kind of character sheet created here. Like I said, this will be just an NPC in my game. I'm not sure what he's gonna be, but he's here, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty nice, quick little demo. But like I said, if you ever need to add anything that's not available to you in Unearthed Arcana, or any other, like any backgrounds or anything like that, and you're not sure, all you need to do is come over here, plus that plus button, give it a name, whether it's racial, class, feat, background, or other, tell it where it's from, what level you get it at, and then you can just type out your text here, and then it'll appear down there. If you ever get like that and you need to delete it, you can just hit this little lock, you can press the little trash can, it gets rid of it, and then you can lock it back in, so you don't accidentally delete stuff again after that. So you can do the same thing with your personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws. You can do the same thing with just about every resource or any table that they have in Roll20, including items and stuff like that, proficiencies. If you ever need to make a custom tool proficiency, you can just say, hey, I need to put my thieves in here. These tools will say I'm proficient. Attribute's going to be dexterity. It's going to throw it in there. You can always actually prompt it to you every single time too. So what that's going to do is if I just leave it like that, and then I click on these tools, it's going to ask me which attribute do I want it to be. We'll say dexterity. I'll hit submit, and it'll throw it in the chat for us there. So easy enough. Like I said, if you guys ever have any questions, let me know. But I think we're going to wrap up the live stream here on the YouTube side of things right now, just because we're kind of near the end of it here. It's a good kind of stopping point. But like I said, if you want to keep watching, make sure you head on over to the Twitch channel, link down in the description below. But thanks, guys. I'll be over there in about 5 minutes. We might make some tea or something like that here. But otherwise, I really want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me for this little bit of time, and I'll see you over there.